Hello and welcome to the Best of the West, Liberty. I'm Corey Knollinger.
And I'm Kyle Patrick. Today, Corey, we're going to take a look at some of the best projects from West Liberty broadcasting students over the years.
And our first one deals with eating healthy on campus and was done by current West Liberty student Trishelle Riggle.
And Corey, I think they might notice the reporter in this one. Let's take a look.
Students of West Liberty University may not think that they can stay healthy on campus. However, there are various opportunities to stay healthy even on a small campus like West Liberty. On the campus of West Liberty University, students have many options to stay healthy and in shape. When choosing a healthy lifestyle, physical activity is a huge part of it. Many students may not know how many exercise facilities are offered to them on campus. Many of these exercise facilities are accessible to students at all times of the day. West Liberty University Assistant Professor of Health and Physical Education, Melissa Hudson, explains the various opportunities there are for students to exercise.
We have a Blatnick Gymnasium and they have open gym, and that's usually at night from 5 to 7 or 6 to 8. So you can go up there and play basketball, volleyball, or just whatever it is that you want to do. And they also have the Wellness Center, which has a lot of machines, cardio machines and weightlifting machines, as well as free weights, and then all of the courts down on the ASRC and the walking track, which we have one inside and then we have one outside of the football field as well. So we've got quite a few places for students to work out.
As mentioned by Hudson, students have a variety of places they can go to exercise on a daily basis. Another huge part of living a healthy lifestyle on a college campus is making healthy food choices, because you cannot out-exercise a bad diet. In the marketplace at West Liberty University, students have healthy options on a daily basis. Some of these options are a salad bar, fresh vegetables, cooked vegetables, fresh fruit, vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options. These foods offered by Sodexo also have cards showing the nutrition information, serving size, and also have a barcode to scan for MyFitnessPal and other health apps. One excuse students use to not eat healthy is not having the time. That's why West Liberty recently added healthy foods on the go, as explained by Sodexo General Manager Doug Orr.
The key healthy foods that we offer is in Jasmine's, and we call it a Simply to Go station, where we have fresh made salads, fresh sandwiches, cut fruits, fresh fruits, and they are offered every day. But then we also offer a variety of those salads and sandwiches just to keep our customers happy.
With healthy foods available on the go, students have no excuse not to eat healthy. Sodexo also offers a suggestion board where students can suggest any food they would like to see in the marketplace or in the union. There are also Sodexo managers available every day to accommodate any requests students have. The food committee meets once a month to discuss new plans for food on campus. While diet and exercise are key points to living a healthy lifestyle, motivation is also a necessity. Without motivation, there is no desire to live a healthy way of life. West Liberty University student Autumn Hayes explains how she keeps herself motivated.
Some days are harder than others to stay motivated, but I think a lot of it has to come from yourself. And there are days where I'm like, I really don't feel so good about myself, and that kind of motivates me to get up and go and try to do what I can to make myself feel better about myself.
Motivation is the key to losing and maintaining a healthy weight. While trying to lose weight, having a friend there with you could help you stay motivated. Students at West Liberty are very lucky to have a free wellness center on campus and healthy food choices, because not all schools offer such services to keep their students healthy. If students use the facilities offered to them to stay in shape, choose healthy food options, and stay motivated, they will have no problem keeping a healthy lifestyle while living on campus.
Wow, Corey, that was a really good piece. I need to start eating healthier myself, and that is a great way to learn how.
I should too. And our next piece deals with the popular game Hearthstone and is done by graduating senior Avery Drake. Let's go ahead and roll it and see what Hearthstone is all about.
Almost every college student in America has a hobby. Some of it is playing cards or joining a club. Most students, to put it bluntly, are partiers. But here at West Liberty, tons of students say their hobby is playing video games because they can play in their spare time on their own, or against each other, or even just with their friends for a good time. Today we're going to look at a game called Hearthstone. We're going to see why it's popular, and more importantly, who is the campus-wide Hearthstone champion.
Hearthstone is a competitive computer game that involves two opponents competing against each other with collectible cards, each with different health and hit points. It has grown in popularity among many of the students at West Liberty University because of its interesting gameplay and style. To learn more about Hearthstone, we talked to West Liberty student and expert Hearthstone player Tommy Corbett about his experience with the game.
What do you say makes this game different from other video games?
I suppose I'd have to say it's the strategy used. You have to think in a very few steps ahead kind of a thing for this game.
So it's kind of like Sudoku in a sense, but with interactive online cards?
In a sense, yes.
There are some people that say you're the Hearthstone champion on campus. Would you say that's true?
Oh, no. I consider myself a good player, yes, but by no means the champion of this game.
Tommy gave us some good information about how Hearthstone relates to other video games, so we decided we needed more information about the game. That's why we talked to another West Liberty student and Tommy's roommate, Richard Ostrander, another Hearthstone player who introduced Hearthstone to him. He has told us that he became obsessed with the game ever since it has been released.
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, I may have spent my college tuition on it, but it's not addicting, I swear.
There have been rumors going around that Tommy is the Hearthstone champion. What do you think?
He's not. He's not. An anonymous is.
Who's that?
I don't know his name. He just told me to call him by anonymous. Do you happen to have some money?
No, I do not.
Are you sure? Even a dollar helps.
I really don't have any money.
Even a dollar.
I'm sorry, I don't have any money!
Well, Richard told us some good information about his expectations with the game and the addictive nature of it. But we still needed more information about this craze and to figure out who is the real Hearthstone champion. Richard told me about a mysterious player simply named Anonymous. It's been said that he likes to keep his identity private, but just for you, we were able to track him down and ask him some questions.
After playing Hearthstone, did it change your life positively or negatively?
After playing Hearthstone, it turned me to the dark side. And it makes me very happy because it's very fun and it's really rewarding to crush someone.
Are you the campus-wide Hearthstone champion?
Yes, I am the champion. An evil champion.
So that was my talk with Anonymous. It went pretty well, I must say. He was a really decent guy to talk to. Sort of. But you know, we have finally reached the end of the yellow brick road and we solved this Rubik's Cube. Anonymous is the official campus-wide Hearthstone champion master.
So we learned a lot today about Hearthstone. We learned about its campus-wide popularity. We learned about its experience and style of gameplay. And sadly, from one person, we could learn that it's a very addicting game. But you know, the good thing is we came down and solved the mystery. Anonymous is our campus-wide Hearthstone champion. Well, sadly for today, that's it for Video Game Daily. But I hope you learned a lot about Hearthstone. This is Brent Kimball, signing off.
Wow, Corey, that finally answered my question on who the best Hearthstone player on campus really is.
Maybe you'll get there someday, Kyle.
I doubt that, Corey, but maybe one day. Corey, our next project is on something that actually is scarier than you, which is surprising here on West Liberty's campus, zombies.
Yeah, thanks for that, Kyle. This next piece is done by Logan Smith. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Most of us have returned to our normal lives, but what about those who can't? I'm here to give you an inside look at a few zombies that decided to head back to school. That's right, West Liberty University has accepted their first 3 undead students. We're here to talk to them a little bit about the readjustment. Just because they're undead doesn't mean they don't have a life.
I'm here today to meet with 3 West Liberty University undead students. West Liberty requires that the zombie students be mildly sedated for safety and cooperation purposes. Sean Rittner, a design major, Melanie Maherg, a broadcasting major, and Ira Werner, an English major, sat down with us to talk about their college afterlife. First up, we have Sean Rittner. His favorite activities are talking on the phone with his girlfriend and playing the pinball machine in the student union.
Thanks for joining us, Sean. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your daily life here on campus. How has it affected mingling with the other students that aren't dead? It's fascinating. And how's dorm life? Is it any different since you've been dead?
Well, that was insightful. Next up, Melanie Maherg. We caught Melanie outside smoking, and she let us in her dorm room to tell us about zombie accommodations and how she and her roommate get along.
Hi, Melanie. Thanks for joining us. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about your daily life on campus. How is it living with a non-zombie roommate? Oh, okay. And I know the cafeteria added some zombie-friendly foods. How's that working out for you? Good, great.
And we're here to wrap things up with Ira Werner. He's going to talk to us about his favorite activities and whether or not he's going out for the West Liberty Hilltopper football team.
So I see that you have a football helmet here. Have you tried out for the West Liberty Hilltoppers?
Well, I mean, the whole really messed things up, but I mean, I still got my gaming skills, you know, that TF2.
Oh, TF2, so you're a nerd.
What's that? Gotta...
Yeah, you're a nerd. So have you been bullied, especially since now that you're a zombie, you know?
Well, things haven't really changed since before I was as, like, a nerd, as you said.
You've always been bullied?
Yeah.
It's really sad, I'm sorry. That's really sad. No!
Okay, that piece scared me a little, so we might need to go to commercial so I can recover.
Let's do just that, Corey. Best of the West Liberty will be right back after this break.
We all have our daily struggles. Whether you're having trouble with schoolwork, relationship problems, or you're just homesick, college can put a lot of pressure on you. And each one of us handles that pressure differently. If you find yourself hiding away and being burdened by depression, don't worry. There's a way out. By doing things like exercising, expressing your talents, or merely getting a good night's rest, you'll find yourself with a much more colorful outlook on life. For more information, go to www.campusblues.com or contact your local college counselor.
This is Corey. This is Scott. Corey knows to wet his toothbrush, put toothpaste on it, and brush his teeth for about 2 minutes. Scott doesn't. He uses soda to brush his rotting teeth. Bad, Scott. Corey flosses all of his teeth with a small strand of floss. Scott doesn't understand how to use floss and rubs it across his teeth. Brush your teeth 2 times a day to keep them nice and clean.
And we are back with more of Best of the West Liberty. Corey, good to be back.
It is good to be back. I'm Corey Knollinger.
I'm Kyle Patrick.
This next piece is by student Devontae Brown, and it is about the stereotypes Greek life faces on campus.
Corey, I'm really excited for this piece, so let's get right into it.
We all know that Greek life lately has been getting a bad reputation. But for what reason and at what cost? Why do so many people view Greek life as a negative? Being a member of Greek life myself, this topic sparked my curiosity, so I went on the hunt for some answers. First, I turned to my big, Joseph Gamble, Vice President of Beta Theta Gamma. This is what he had to say when I asked about his first encounter with Greek life.
Like, in movies, you see like the crazy, frat boys and sorority girls like doing any manner of pranks and TPing houses. But my first real experience with Greek life, my current big, Christian McCula, and his friend and another member of my organization, Christian Estep, they were the first two to approach me and be like, hey, would you want to join our organization? And I did, and I'm glad I did.
I also got his thoughts on how the media portrays the overall image of Greek life.
Media lately has been really painting a very, very bad picture for Greek life organizations. There was the frat who had the racist chant as their entry chant. But my personal experience in the Greek life have only been good one. I've met really, really good people. I've had some really, really good experiences. Like, honestly, a lot of the friendships that I've made and a lot of the people that I've met, I will cherish these memories for a long time because they were a pivotal part of my college experience. Graduation is hard for multiple reasons, and one of the reasons it would be hard for me is because I gotta leave all of my good Greek life people.
Basically, ever since he was first interested, Joe was affected by what the media told him. Movies like Animal House and American Pie have given students the impression that all Greek life is just a bad stereotype. But is this actually true? Is Greek life all that bad? Our newest and current IFC president, AJ Holden, openly shares his opinion on how both IFC and Greek life affect West Liberty directly.
IFC is the Interfraternal Council. It is made up of the 3 fraternities on campus that are active right now. Our goal is to make fraternity life as a whole better, help out the community when we can, get together, have fun. West Liberty is a very small campus, so there's not a lot to do up here on the weekend. So when you have a close group of people that you can get together with at any time and just, hang out to help the community as a whole, Greek life is very important to small campuses.
I then asked him what aspect of Greek life stood out to him the most.
Yeah, I feel like the media twists things. They seem to focus just on the bad parts of fraternity life, but that's not really what Greek life is. Greek life is helping the community, helping out your friends, making relationships with people, getting connections to help you after college. As far as I've seen, I don't relate to any of the things I see on the news about fraternities. I don't think that really goes on our campus because, we're small, everyone knows each other, we're all really friendly with each other.
From his standpoint, AJ suggests that Greek life is important, especially to small campuses, because it helps form friendships you wouldn't otherwise have. But can these small communities have a big enough impact to silence all of this negative media coverage? Lastly, I went to our campus activities coordinator, Kate Billings. As she gives us insight on her marketing background, she also dives into the importance of Greek life and exposure.
My sorority, one of the chapters that was colonized out of a local chapter, and they were looking for advisors, and I was like, I can give up like 1 day a week, 1-2 days a week. And I enjoyed it, so I was like, let me try and find a job with a university. Right out of college, I actually got a job with a baseball team doing merchandising, community relations, stuff like that. So I don't necessarily think they interviewing me were like, Greek life, yes. Like, it just happened to be like, oh, she was Greek, she understands them, hopefully she can relate and sort of help the community come along. So I think it's been a great opportunity. At the core, I feel like that's what Greek organizations are about, are bringing all these different people from all these different backgrounds, different areas, together so that they can learn from each other. Not that they're always going to get along all the time, but in the media, obviously, one can spoil it for the entire group. WVU is always on like recently they've had a ton of media stuff with them pulling their chapters or getting in trouble and stuff like that, but you don't hear about those good chapters. If you think about on this campus alone, Beta Rho just did their Relay for Life and they were on 2 TV stations, in a bunch of different newspapers, but how many people are really talking about the fact that they got that much exposure? If it was the other way around, it'd be everywhere.
What I've learned from Kate is that media likes to capitalize on the negative individuals rather than focus on the positive organizations. They put a spotlight on one person screwing it up for the whole group and not concentrate on their mission as a whole.
All in all, when looking at Greek organizations, just know that we aren't stereotypes, but instead we are a group of diverse individuals working as one to help out the community. And remember, everything you see in the media isn't always as it seems.
That was a really thoughtful piece by Devontae Brown, showing what Greek life can do for some people on campus.
Yeah, Corey, Devontae is certainly very talented, but our next piece is from documentary film major Jacob Wood, as he really breaks down what the Wellness Center has to offer here on campus.
Let's go ahead and take a look.
Physical fitness isn't an ordinary thing that most people get into. It takes a lot of time, effort, and motivation. I set out to find exactly what motivates people to get physically fit. Whether it is a hobby or a career, being physically fit is a full-time job. Diet, planning, putting in the time and effort are just a few of the things involved when talking about fitness. Physical activity is common among most college-age adults, but what drives them to keep pushing the limits? As if juggling classes and work weren't enough, why do students push for more? My search started with former collegiate baseball player Dylan Brizendine, who now recreationally lifts weights at West Liberty University. Dylan transferred here after an injury ended his baseball career. He explained to me how fitness affects his life and what motivates him.
I watch my calories, carbs, proteins, fats. As far as daily, I lift 5 to 6 times a week, rest day on Saturday or Sunday. So I play basketball, a little bit of cardio, but just a mile or 2 a day. I'm very competitive, so like if I play a pickup game of basketball, I expect myself to perform at a higher level because I do that extra work as opposed to playing somebody who, sits on the couch and comes and plays. I almost have another level, I expect.
Next, I spoke with West Liberty University cheerleader Kendra Rhodes. Rhodes is a freshman here at West Liberty, and we discussed what benefits her both psychologically and physically. Being a cheerleader, she has practices on a daily basis, but still finds time to lift weights.
What affects me physically and psychologically, if I have a rest day, my body doesn't feel, I guess you could say my body feels like I'm neglecting it because it's used to that physical exertion every day. Whether it is in my body or if it's just in my mind, maybe it's kind of both, but I always feel like I have to do some type of physical exertion every day.
After speaking with Dylan and Kendra, I began to see reoccurring themes. Both had been or were currently involved with sports. Both sought to improve their ability within their sports by exercising on their own time. Is the need to exercise bred through sports? The third interview I conducted was with WLU resident assistant Forrest Hogue. Forrest was an active student athlete in high school, but after getting to college, he fell into a sedentary lifestyle and gradually put on a lot of weight. Frustrated with his appearance, Forrest began to seek out exercise as a solution to his weight problem.
When I was at my worst point when I was heavy, I didn't like the way people looked at me, how they treated me. I hated myself and I hated everything I did. I had no confidence. What motivates me is just, I'd say, when I look in the mirror every morning, I feel confident going into everything I do. I mean, I love the way people treat me. It's very satisfactory. I mean, like I said, when I was bigger, I just didn't like the negative comments. And I think when I look in the mirror more, it's like I tell myself I never, ever, ever want to go back to the way I was. So me today, I feel really confident in everything I do. It's just fitness has changed my life, and I think it's important for someone to try to get into fitness because it changes all aspects of your life.
After Forrest's interview, I learned that his motivation came from the desire to lose weight and to improve his appearance. In this case, sports was not a motivating factor. After speaking with several students at West Liberty University, I learned that there isn't just one motivational factor. All of these factors actually help lead towards every person's individual fitness goals. Reporting from West Liberty University, I'm Kevin Papp.
Corey, we certainly are blessed here on West Liberty's campus to have such a beautiful gym that we can go and work out whenever we want.
And our last piece for the day deals with the more heroic members of West Liberty University's student body and was made by former broadcasting student Robert Hicks. Let's take a look.
Hi, Robert Hicks, superhero enthusiast and downright handsome man. With superheroes like Superman, Batman, and even Aquaman, he's actually pretty cool. You never know who's a superhero out there.
Today I'll be talking to the 3 superheroes found on the campus of West Liberty University. The first one being a man who is morally compelled to recycle. I sat down with this recycle man and asked him how he became this hero of tomorrow, today.
Alright, let's get the show on the road. Alright, well it started when... Hold on. I gotta get my interview glasses on, alright? Okay, so how did you become the man that we see today?
Well, it all started when I was young, and I used to watch the show Captain Planet. Have you heard of that show? Everyone's heard of Captain Planet, come on. And when they saved the Earth from pollution, I wanted to be just like him.
Interesting. So do you have any special powers like invisibility or super strength?
No, I don't have any glamorous powers or anything, but what I do have is this superhuman urge for recycling, and I like to spread it to the world. Sometimes by force, but usually by force. I have a black belt in Taekwondo.
Do you always resort to violence? I mean, it's just recycling. I mean, you don't have to go that extreme.
Just recycling. Just recycling. You know, people like you make me sick. You know that? You are ignorant to our environment and you use up all of our resources. I just want to take you by the neck and strangle you until your face turns red, then blue, then purple, and then I want to kick you in the stomach like 8 times.
Okay, thank you, Recycle Man, for sitting down with me, but there are more heroes out there to shine the spotlight on.
The next individual I sat down with was a man with superhuman obsessive compulsive disorder. After he fixed my camera angle, like about 40 times, I asked him what is it like in the day of the life as OCD man.
Alright, so, you're OCD Man. Now, I have to be honest, how does a person named OCD Man fight crime and be a decent superhero? I mean, no offense, but that's almost as dumb a name as, I don't know, Recycle Man.
None taken. I fight crime in an organized manner, but before I have to start out my daily routine. At 7 a.m. I get up, do my stretches, then I brush each of my teeth 20 times so they're equally clean. And then I go through my whole house and make sure everything is in line and in the right position. By 1 p.m., I'm ready to start my day. Bink!
If I can ask, what's the big thing all about?
Bink! Oh, that's just what I have to do whenever I'm asked a question. I have to say bink and touch my nose. Bink!
Okay, well, getting back on track, you talk about your extensive daily routine. 7 p.m. to 1 p.m. is a very long time, and possibly a whole bunch of crimes could have been happening at that time. Shouldn't a superhero be more concentrated on fighting crime other than your crazy rituals?
Bink! Crazy rituals? How can you retain order in a world of crime if you can't keep order in your house that you live in? I save lives every day by doing my crazy rituals. Bink!
I was right. You are dumber than Recycle Man. But we're not done here. We still got one more.
I swear to God, I will find a real superhero on this campus by the end of the day. I ran into Jacob Reinard, a student here at West Liberty, who claims that he is endowed with an incredible superpower.
So, Jake, here pray tell you have a superpower. Do you mind telling the audience about it?
What are you doing in my room?
Don't change the subject, okay? Just answer the question.
Well, it's none of your business, but it'll be easier if I show you instead of telling.
Are you ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get someone doing a superpower on camera. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, here we go. Ain't it easy being cheesy?
That's your power? Your freaking box of Cheez-Its, man?
Hey, don't be a hater, player. Everybody loves a box of Cheez-Its, especially the ladies. I am like 60% dairy. And what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop that. No. Ow.
There are many superheroes out there saving the world on a regular basis, whether it's stopping a mass murder, or saving a kitten from a tree. It's been a fun privilege talking to these extraordinary people, but I got some work to do.
Those are all the projects that we're going to run through here today. For Corey Knollinger, I'm Kyle Patrick. Make sure you guys have a great night, and we'll catch you in the next one.